Hi, this is Jonathan Taglione, and welcome to Positive Approach Counseling's 5th video. Today is a great day because today we're going to be talking about immediate versus casual coping skills. Now, you're probably wondering, what is a coping skill and what's the difference between immediate and casual? Well, a coping skill is something that you use to get yourself out of your depressed thoughts and your anxious thoughts. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about each one and explain to you how they work. So, what's the difference between immediate and casual? Well, an immediate coping skill is something that you can use automatically right in your situation. A casual coping skill is something that you can use when you are off of work or when you have some free time for yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with casual coping skills. So, if you're at your job or if you're at your school and you're feeling anxious or depressed about something, the first thing that you need to do is you need to either call on one of your friends or your family members. Now, the thing about this is that this is very helpful because it gives you support. You get to be able to talk about your feelings, and on top of that, you'll be able to get the support that you need in that situation. Another example that you can use as a coping skill is what us EMDR therapists use as something that's called a container exercise. And basically what this is that you imagine a container in your mind, you make a solid description of what it looks like, and whatever negative emotions that you are currently dealing with, you imagine that all of those emotions are being put in this container, and when you close the lid and imagine this, over time, your emotions will definitely subside. I know it sounds like compartmentalization, but the thing about it is that this is great because it helps you put your emotions away on that situation, and then you're able to open it up and deal with it when your friends and your family, or if you're seeing a therapist, you can address those feelings at the right time. Another thing would be something that's called a grounding technique. So, what are grounding techniques? Well, grounding techniques are things that get you to focus on your present and not really worry about the future. Trust me, they work. So, a grounding technique would look something like this. As you can see, I'm outside and and there's water. And there are beautiful trees out in the distance. And so I'm going to show you what a grounding technique looks like. Okay, so it's a beautiful day outside. I feel the wind touching my face and my arms. I feel the clothes pressing against my skin. I feel the ground between my toes and my feet. And I hear the birds singing, and I hear people talking in the background. Everything feels good, calm, and at peace. And the thing is that if you use these grounding techniques, that you'll be able to block out the negative thoughts that you have, and you'll be able to focus on what's going on in your current situation. Okay, so let's go into casual coping skills that are going to be very beneficial to you. So, an example of a casual coping skill would be exercise. Exercise is very good. So let's say that you're at home and it's the weekend and you've been Netflix binging for about 3 to 4 hours because you're watching Marvel's new Netflix show. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to turn off the TV and get yourself out of your house. Exercise is definitely going to do this because exercise is very important. It gives you a feeling of accomplishment. Now, you don't necessarily have to run 2 miles or 3. What you need to do is that if you're feeling up to it, just go outside and go for a 10-minute walk. It's still considered exercise, and it's going to be very beneficial for you. You'll be getting fresh air, and you'll be getting out of your situation. Another casual coping skill that you can use is playing with your pet. Playing with your pet. Let's say you're someone who's depressed, or let's say that you're someone who's anxious. Playing with your pet will definitely help you cope with those feelings. The thing about it is with pets is that they're ready to give you love, attention, and support that you possibly need. Playing with a pet makes you feel better about your situation. It gives you that feeling of connection. It gives you that feeling that, you know, you're not alone, and being with your dog or your pet, you'll be loved and protective. So if you have a pet, play with them. Okay, so this next casual coping skill that you can implement is cleaning the house. Now, when people are depressed or anxious, they neglect their duties about cleaning the house. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take small steps, whether it's washing the dishes or whether it's just dusting. Dusting takes about 5 minutes to get it done. And, you know, based on how you feel, you know, you'll be able to take small steps up further. What I love about cleaning is that, like exercise, it gives me a sense of accomplishment. And when I'm finished with the result, once my house is clean, I feel like, you know, I've done that, I've improved my situation, I've made myself feel better, and I can actually have people coming over. I don't feel like a slob. I don't feel like that I have something to hide. So, and also, like, you know, cleaning your house sometimes can help you deal with anxiety too, because you're actively focusing on cleaning and not focusing on the future or what's going on out there. So cleaning is very beneficial, I would say. Another thing that you can use as a casual coping skill is if you have a shower, a hot bath, or a hot tub, use it. You know, a lot of people who are dealing with depression don't really implement self-care, and one of them is taking a shower for themselves. You'd be surprised that if you're feeling depressed or anxious, taking a hot shower really is beneficial. The feeling of the hot water pressing on your skin and, you know, putting soap on you, smelling those enchanting smells, gives you a feeling of relaxation. If you have a hot tub, it's a great way to melt all the stress away. So definitely use a hot shower or a hot bath, and if it works, then you're going to be focusing on the hot water itself and not worrying about your future. Like I said, coping skills are a distraction from your anxieties and from your fears. It's important that you find your immediate and casual coping skills that are out there. Anyway, my name is Jonathan Taglione, and find your positive approach.